On October 1st, 2017, Las Vegas experienced a tragedy that changed our lives and our city forever. 60 lives were lost and many others were hurt. Thousands were left with painful memories that still hurt to this day, 4 years later.
Today, we honor those lost, we celebrate the courage shown that day, and we remember how this community came together like never before and truly became Vegas strong. Our Nkirika Azuka now joining us live from the Clark County Government Center, where later on this morning, everyone is invited to take part in a remembrance ceremony. Nkirika.
Hey, good morning, guys. So yes, we are here at the Government Center Amphitheater. As we can see, it's getting all set up and ready to invite people to come and honor those victims of 1 October. So here is what that sunrise ceremony is going to look like. There's going to be some live music, a moment of silence, and Governor Sisolak will be here to say a few words as well. We'll also hear from Metro Police, Commissioner Marilyn Kirkpatrick, and family members of one of the victims. This event does start at 7 this morning, and of course, it's open to the public. They do ask for you to bring your own chairs or blankets to get comfortable because they do expect for it to fill up pretty fast. So like I said, that starts at 7. Bring your own chairs and your blankets with you. Now, Dave and Faven, I wasn't in Las Vegas when this tragedy did happen, but I'm told that it was a way to really bring the community together.
Yeah, I mean, for me, my biggest takeaway from that entire experience, on top of what all the first responders did and what fellow citizens were doing for each other, was what we saw at the bloodlines. You know, people, the need for blood was out there. You know, a few dozens showed up, and then hundreds showed up, and then thousands of people showed up, and they knew that they were going to be waiting in line for hours and hours and hours, and then people started showing up with food and water. I mean, the way our community came together that day and the days after was something we've never seen before.
Absolutely. You know, at that time I was in my hometown reporting in Bakersfield, California, and we had so many people that were at the festival that were hurt. One of our local police officers, and you know, I remember talking to a family who lost their daughter. So even from miles and miles away, you could feel that impact. And in Nkirika, a couple years ago, I was there at the Sunrise Remembrance Ceremony, and even though I wasn't in Las Vegas at that time, and you'll feel it in just a couple of hours, you'll just feel the impact talking to survivors who say that this remembrance ceremony is their annual reunion to kind of get together and check on each other and share stories of how they continue to cope, how they're dealing with loss, some of them, and just really trying to overcome the tragedy that left those painful memories forever.
And I think that this reunion will be especially a big deal because, you know, last year we weren't able to do it because of the pandemic. So I think it's going to be really felt to see everyone come together for the first time in 2 years at this point.
Yeah, well, it'll be a solemn ceremony. I remember one woman telling me that for her, the Sunrise Remembrance Ceremony is therapy. It's therapy for her to come back, to hear those names, to hear the stories. So we're going to hear many of them throughout the morning.
All right, we'll check in with Nkirika throughout the morning as she stays there live for us. Thank you, Nkirika. Well, we had talked about the blood drives that day and the days after. The need for blood is still strong these days, especially with the pandemic. So starting at 8 a.m., blood drives are going on at UMC and City National Arena. These events are crucial because there are blood shortages now. Appointments are encouraged. We have a link to make those appointments over on the homepage of our website, fox5vegas.com.
And you know, today is a tough day for many of us. If you need to talk, the Vegas Strong Resiliency Center is a fantastic resource. While the center is still closed for in-person visits, you can still talk to them virtually. You can call that number right there on your screen. They are extending their hours today and tomorrow to help.